Good morning. It's a beautiful Monday morning, although it's only 10 to 8 in the morning. I can see the skies are blue, so it promises to be a wonderful day. Unfortunately, the story I have today is not so wonderful, quite brutal in nature. I remember watching a program, one of these police chase programs, and the police officer said he doesn't mind being punched in the face, he doesn't mind being kicked in the face, but he says one thing he can't tolerate is someone who spits in his face. Can you imagine somebody come and spit in your face? That is one of the most vilest and filthy, degrading, humiliating thing that you can do, to spit in someone's face. Anyway, this mother, Rebecca Telford, I believe her name is, was walking with her daughter. Be prepared for the shock. This Muslim man, practicing Muslim, bent over. He approached this mother, bent over, leaned into the pram and spat at the baby and said white people should not breed. Now, you would think to yourself that he has issues, this Muslim, with white people. But it doesn't end there, because the same Muslims, if you look at Darfur, they enslave black people. They see black people as subhuman. They see black people as animals. 99% of Muslim landlords refuse to rent houses to black people, which I covered in my other video. These Muslims are racist. But I don't see any black people ousting these Muslim racists, because of course only white people are racist. These Muslim racists get away with the most atrocity, with the most brutal of crimes, because of course, unless you're attacking white people, black people don't care. The white liberals don't care. So the Muslims and the LGBT can do any crime whatsoever, as long as it's not white people doing it, the wicked white man doing it, then it's okay. This, it's just wrong. All is fair in love and roses. All is fair. As long as it's not the white man, then you can do whatever you want. That is the modern day progressive, rhetoric. But can you imagine, you're pushing your pram? Can you imagine? And what happens is, somebody comes, bend over and spit at your baby, spit in the face of your baby. I'd be locked up. I'd be locked up. I wouldn't be a walking free man anymore. I would damage him. I'd break his back. That's vile, really vile. But be prepared for the shock. Be prepared for the shock. It makes you wonder what is really going on, because this animal, this Muslim savage, walks off free. Now, you might say, well, it was only a spit. No, it wasn't. It was threatening behavior with racial intent, a public order offense. And indeed, it involved a minor, a vulnerable baby. And the mother being with the child made her also a vulnerable adult. So there's a lot of, incidents, crime that took place there. But why he walked off scot-free? Because they don't want to upset the Muslim community, which was why in Rotherham, was it Rotherham? There's a place in two places in England. Telford was one of them, and another place. Oh God, I can't remember the name of it, right? And there was a Muslim grooming gang who went around abusing young white girls, you know, as young as 9 years old. The social services and the police turned a blind eye. We mustn't upset these Muslims, because Muslims, you know, if they kill you, they don't care, because they go to Jannah. Jannah in Arabic means paradise, heaven, and they get 72 virgins. So the women in heaven, you know, they're fresh, they haven't been touched. 72 virgins. This is what the filthy Muhammad promised, right? 72 virgins. You know, Islam is a sex cult. It's all about sex. And these virgins, they're waiting in heaven, playing the harp, waiting for the Muslim dick to come along and impregnate them or let them not be a virgin. Which is contradictory to what Jesus said, because Jesus said in heaven, they'll be neither male or female, but they'll be equal unto the angels, meaning there is no sex in heaven. So this idea that Muslims are going around telling people, oh, we love Jesus, we love Jesus. You don't even know him. How can you love him? You don't even know him. So like somebody come along and said, oh, you know, we love you know, the next door neighbor you haven't even met. This is a sickness. You can't love somebody unless you know them. And Jesus said that in heaven, right, you know, they'll be equal unto the angels, meaning it'll be a new spiritual economy. There's no sex whatsoever. You know, this reproduction that we see on this earth is for this earth. It's not going to be in heaven. The 72 virgins that they kill themselves for, they'll be for a shock. There's no 72 virgins. It's a new economy. So these Muslims claiming, they killing, murdering, over this idea that they have fresh 72 virgins, 72-year-old, right? 72 virgins in heaven, waiting, playing the harp, waiting for them to come along. They'll be shocked. So nobody wants to antagonize the Muslim, because they love death. They love death. They don't care. So the police and the social service, they kept their mouth shut. They kept their mouth shut. They allowed the girls to be abused. You don't believe me? I'm not sure about America. In Britain, you let a Muslim commit a crime against you, and I guarantee you, you're the one who'll get into trouble. Now, rubbish like that can cause a civil war, because if people find out that a certain group of minority are getting away with crimes, all you have to do, look up Muslim grooming gang in England, and you'll see all the areas where Muslims have been doing it. I mean, vicious gang, vicious, and they've been doing it for years. And the government, the council, the police, the social workers, they kept their mouths shut. Just like when the LGBT were sexually abusing children who in the foster care, through the adopted or foster, and the system kept it quiet. We live in a corrupt system, and as long as it's not a white male or a black male, you can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, because there's an agenda. There's an agenda. So back to my argument, back to the story. This Muslim man spat in the face of this white baby and says white people shouldn't breed. So they hate blacks, they hate whites. And yet they go around telling people Islam is peace, Islam is love. This is not a religion. This is a wicked cult. This is a death cult, a violent and hate cult. And for anyone who doubt it, I dare you, or for all you white liberals who doubt it, for all you blacks who love the Muslims, why do you go to Darfur? Why do you go to Pakistan and India? Why do you go to Muslim countries like Turkey and see how they treat black people there? Did you know that a black Muslim imam got his mosque burnt down by angry Muslims? This is how holy their religion is. This is how holy it is. They burnt down the old mosque with the Quran. The Quran, the Holy Quran. They burnt it down because they did not want a black imam. This is Islam for you. This is Muslims for you. Their culture, their religion. I've already, if you look at my other videos, I've given you text after text after text of, in fact, my next video is how to destroy these lying Muslims, how to destroy them. Guaranteed. Whether the imams, whether the professors, whatever, they're sick, right? Whatever, right? My next video is how to destroy these lying Muslims. Because my God, they're wicked people and they lie. They keep changing the goalposts. This don't mean that. To catch fish, they change a different bait. Anything will do as long as they promote Muhammad and they don't give a damn how they do it. That's a lie, steal, cheat, rape, they'll do it. It's not a religion that has any character. It's a wicked system. But to spit in the face of a baby and say white people shouldn't breed, I don't think Muslims should breed. The world could do better without them. Try that on for size.